Alright, here we are again, another weekend at the garage, and today we're going to be working on the S15 again. I've got a couple things to do. It's been a week since I painted it, and I've got some new parts hiding under the car. A new clutch cylinder, Willwood. We got a Chase Bays power steering kit, and a new brake reservoir. I sound like a child then. I've also got some wiring to do. Maybe that'll be in this video. So the next thing I'm installing is this reservoir. So all I got to do is pull off the old one off the brake system, and then install this one. It's just a newer, nicer. It's black. It'll match everything. I'm leaving the best to last, by the way. I'm leaving the power steering to last. So here is the old one. As you can see, it's a bit dirty. This is actually the ABS. I'm not deleting it because I need it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off these brackets. I'm going to paint them all black. Sand this down, strip it down to sort of bare metal, and then we'll give it a quick spray up just to make it match everything. And I don't want to put dirty parts in this engine bay after I put so much effort into it. Along with this black bracket and the ABS, I'll be painting it all because I think it'll be worth it in the end. But not today because this storm is crazy. So now I'm going to be using some high temp black paint that I've got on the shelf here to spruce it up a little bit. There you go, engine ceramic. It stands up to 500 degrees Celsius. So that's what I'll be painting with, but we're going to give it a quick clean. There's some bits and pieces here that are way worse than the rest. I'll just say how much I love this camera. Oh, crispy quality. So I just sanded this down and cleaned it up a little bit with some cleaner, some dust and grease remover and stuff. Now it's nice and dry, and we are going to paint it. But before I forget, I'm going to put some aluminium in this hole and on this. Boom, there you go, set up on a milk crate, ready to paint. So look at that and how it suits it in there. Ignore my handprint on the top. But look at that, and then perfect. That looks awesome. Very happy with that. We're going to start working on the ABS and the brake lines. And there we go, fully mounted. Everything's on. I even put the little Willwood clutch master and pull through the throttle cable. So now I'm going to work on this bracket this side and ABS, and then get those lines across. I have actually painted the ABS bracket, so it looks pretty good already. Pretty happy with that. I'll install that now, but I might have to move these cables. So now we're on to the power steering reservoir. It also come with stickers, I believe. Now that's for that. It did come with a sticker, Chase Bays sticker. I'll be putting that on my car. But, so the reservoir here has got a bracket that goes on the back, and this is also a hardline delete for the back hardline. So I just mounted the bracket to the reservoir, and you can actually adjust how far it sits off. This is the mounting point here, but I'll install that, and then we'll start running these braided lines. And there you go, that's the Chase Bays reservoir mounted. It's quite strong. I thought it would flimse a little bit with just being on that one piece of angle. But there you go, I'll probably get annoyed at these bolts being dirty, so I'll probably change those to like titanium. So here we have my S15 power steering pump. So what I have to do is there is a bracket here, on like that. And that connects to this line here, which I've also installed. But I'm also having some issues, if I can get out the wind. Also having some issues, this is fine, but this line here, I need to figure out how I'm routing it like that, because it's quite the stretch. In the meantime, I'll install the hardline delete for over here. Alright, so now I'm going to remove these two bolts so I can get this cover off. It's actually the bracket holding in the steering rack. Okay, so there's the cover removed. There's two bolts there and one 10mm there. Now you take this off. And there you go, that is both soft line, hard line replacements, whatever you want to call them, installed. I'm actually going to tie these together, make it a little bit nicer so it's not hanging down, it's actually touching that frame there, if you can see that. So we'll tie those together. So it's a little bit stormy now, but I've got the Chase Bays reservoir in, and all the braided and high pressure lines run. This one goes to the top of the pump, that one goes to the side of it, and then that's pretty much it. So how I run it here, there's a little bracket coming off here, tied on there, holes through here, tied through them, and they peek over the top of this. Now that is just enough to escape the engine mount. Installed, lovely. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at how crisp and nice that looks. Righto, so I just actually organized the fuse box, and what I've done is I've went and tucked the loom above this metal piece here, so it comes out. I've cut a section out here, put some pinch weld on it, folds out over the top, tied there, comes across, tied there, comes through into the fuse box, and then all the fuses are in. I'm just working out these other little bits and pieces down here. So I just finished the engine bay wiring, not the radiator support wiring. There's a fair bit to go on that, but look at this, beautiful braided lines. That goes there on that bolt, and then on this side got the air con. I still got to put some braided lines on these, so I just plug them in so I know where they go. Braided line comes down, boom, comes across. This connects to one of the clips on that side, and then this is the AC and gas, and then there's a MAF right there. So it's all coming together. So there you have it. The brakes are in. Focus. The brakes are in. Got all the hard lines going on. A little difficulty. Some of them were bent. I managed to fix that by just persuading gently. But that is pretty much done. We've also done the fuse box. Completely put that all back in. Come on. So that looks good. That's just back to factory stock. But we've got all these braided lines coming in, going around. This is only sitting here for the moment. But I painted that bracket too because it looked weird. But it looks really nice.